Welcome to Top Shelf, where we seek truth,
opinion,
perspective,
and we seek solutions.
Two is done.
Woo!
It's done. Woo! Yo, the year went by like that, bro.
Yeah, what are you, a siren? I feel like almost every podcast episode has like a different sound effect.
Yo, somebody said that. I was talking to them and they were telling me like their feedback is like, yo, every podcast you have a different sound, but they love it because we bring the energy.
That's it. That's it. And the best place we bring the energy is with the prayer.
Ooh.
So cut out the siren.
I don't know what that is.
Anthony, you sound like the cops is coming.
He do, man. Whoop, whoop. That's the sound of the police.
That's it.
That's the sound of the beast.
That's the sound of some prayer.
That's it. Hey,
So,
take us away, bro.
No problem, Lord God. I just want to say thank you. Thank you for allowing us to see, thank you for allowing us to every Tuesday to bring amazing energy, but always putting you first. Every time that people listen to this podcast, they don't say that we're just doing a great job. They're saying, wow, they're seeing three Black men showing God in the forefront, Lord God. So I just want to say thank you. Thank you for covering this episode that we're about to talk about, Lord God. But that person that's listening to this episode at this moment, always remember, self-care is the best care and put God first. Let's start. Woo!
Let's get it.
In Jesus' name we pray, amen.
In Jesus' name we pray, amen.
Amen. Amen, man. Like I was saying, the year went by like that.
That's a fact.
And I'm just still trying to wrap my mind around it. A lot of my friends is doing vision boards right now. I'm like, what?
This is the month to prepare, man, for 2023.
Yeah, don't
Get ready
wait.
for it. Nah, don't wait. You can never, prepare early enough.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Speaking of getting prepared and packing and everything like that, my brother Jeff just came from a beautiful vacation.
He's a traveler.
Exactly. Jeff, can you just get into that? Can you tell our village like what was that like? Where'd you go?
Oh yeah, no, definitely, man. So I just came back on vacation, like literally like a couple of days ago.
Oh, beautiful.
Me and my wife, we did a cruise. Anybody knows me, I love cruises. I feel like you get the most bang for your buck.
Mm-hmm.
It's such an amazing experience because you get a chance to travel to these different places.
Mm-hmm.
All your meals are provided for you. All the entertainment, for the most part, is provided for you. It's just an amazing way to just travel, unplug, get away and have fun, man. We went to we left out of Fort Lauderdale, Florida. So we flew into Fort Lauderdale and we set sail with Royal Caribbean. Shout out to Royal Caribbean. Hey, you want to be a sponsor? Holla at us.
Let's get it.
Plug you guys in right now.
Coming soon.
Most definitely. But yeah, we stopped at Nassau, Bahamas, which was amazing. It was great. We did an excursion over there where we just got like a tour of the Nassau, Bahamas. I've been to the Bahamas before, but this was my wife's first time in the Bahamas. So
wow.
Yeah. So it was a great experience for her. And we had some good comforters on the beach. If anybody knows about the Bahamas and Bahamian people, their specialty dish is comfort. Just like Jamaica's, it's like jerk chicken and oxtail and curry chicken. Like that's Jamaica's specialty dish. But Bahamians is conch fritters or anything conch in general. Right, so if you haven't had a conch fritter, trust me, you're gonna want to make sure that you go to a Bahamian restaurant, or just go down to the Bahamas and get yourself some conch fritters. It is amazing, amazing, and
Jeff is still there.
Yeah, bro, I wish. And
low key.
And for my fellas out there, this is what I've been told.
Mm-hmm.
This is what I've been told.
Talk to me nice.
When you eat that conch. Right? Hey, hold on, pause.
Hold on,
hey, yo.
When you get that conch in your system, listen, yo, somebody might get pregnant. You know what I Somebody might
I
get
like
pregnant.
those
I'm
odds.
not saying my wife
I
is.
like
I'm not
those
saying my
odds.
wife is, but if you know what it takes to get pregnant,
Yeah.
just
Get
put two
some,
and two together.
get some conch.
I like those odds.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So definitely
Shoot.
some extracurricular activities taking place after that. And then after that, man, we went to Jamaica. Anthony's, you know what I'm saying, not his birthplace, but where his family is from,
Yes,
Yard,
sir. Yes,
Jamaica. And
sir.
that was amazing. Went to, I think was it Falmouth, Jamaica? Not too
Mm.
far from Ocho Rios.
Yeah.
That was beautiful. That was amazing. Man, it was so relaxing.
Yeah.
I had some great rum punch over there. I had some great authentic jerk chicken over there. Yo, it was we did this bamboo raft
I
on like
love
on
it.
this river,
Mm-hmm.
and it was just so peaceful. Had some berries playing in the background.
Love it.
Man, it
Love
was
it.
amazing. And the last stop, which was my favorite stop for a couple of reasons. One is because this is the birthplace of my beautiful wife.
Yes.
This is also where my parents is from as well.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And this country has a very deep history that doesn't get enough acknowledgement, enough respect. This is also where
I think
Fred's
I know where
wife
you're
family is
going,
from.
Jeff.
Yep.
I think y'all know where I'm
Yeah.
going with this. You know what I'm saying? The first independent black country in the Western
Toussaint.
Hemisphere to gain their independence in 1804.
Talk.
We
Woo,
went to
talk that
Haiti.
talk. He
We went
talking
to
that
Libreville,
talk.
Haiti, man. And that, my friend, was amazing. It was the first time my wife been back since she left Haiti. She was
Since
born
he
in
was
Haiti
5.
since she was 5 years old.
Yeah.
So it was seeing how much of like she was at awe. It was that alone was worth the whole trip because she was just
Beautiful.
like, man, I'm back home where I was born,
Oh my
and
God.
she just sat there and took it all in.
Yeah.
And we went to like this private part, which was Paradise Cove, which is not too far from Cap Haitian, and we got a chance to talk with the locals there. We
Beautiful.
got to see how Haitian coffee was made, Haitian bread, Haitian
Talk
peanut
to
butter.
me.
Yo, it was amazing, and it's I can't even explain how, because I know like the news likes to paint this negative picture of Haiti, and yes, Haiti does has its fair share of issues like any other country, but there is such a beautiful part
Yeah.
of Haiti that still exists,
Yeah.
and it doesn't get as much acknowledgement.
Yeah.
It doesn't get as much views the way it needs to be looked at, man. And
Exactly.
there was no crime. There was nobody rioting. There was none of that stuff. Because the part of Haiti was at was phenomenal. It was just paradise. The water was so calm. It was so beautiful. It was blue. You could see your feet. I mean, it was just,
I
man.
love it. I
Yeah,
love it.
it was amazing, man. And
And guess what? For the person in the back, this didn't cost a lot of money.
cruises
When
really don't cost a lot.
They don't cost a lot of
They
money.
really don't, man.
And you could go on a payment plan. You could go from like a 2-year payment plan.
Well, I don't know
Like,
about
please.
that, but okay, but yeah.
Oh
You could
no! You could definitely do that on like if you go as a group.
Yeah.
Like there's some
you probably can. You
yeah,
probably
some
can.
cruise line that they do a 2-year payment plan or a year payment plan, but it doesn't cost a lot.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
You just experience.
And
Just
I will say this,
experience.
and I
Yeah.
will say this for those who are interested in going on the cruise. One of the best time of year to go is right now during the month of November, December. The reason why that's like their low season, and also January, February, because not a lot of people travel around this time, and especially because of the holidays. So you can find really great deals, really great deals and go. But it was just amazing, man. Like I honestly wish I was still there.
Wow.
I have a question real quick.
I love it.
Like the excursion, did you pay for like it on the cruise line or how did that work?
Yeah. So you could actually, good question. You actually could pay for the excursion through the cruise line, or when you get off the cruise, you could pay it separately, right? If the advantage of paying through the cruise line, you may pay a little bit more, but one of the perks is that because it's through the cruise line, they're going to make sure that you return back to where you started at safely. And there's a reason I'm saying that, because a lot of times we could travel places and we're traveling to foreign countries and we don't know how it is, like how the crime rate is and things like that. Certain countries are extremely safe. Certain countries, let's be honest, are not really that safe, right?
Yeah.
But when you do an excursion through a cruise, let's say Royal Caribbean as an example,
Mm-hmm.
those excursions and those tour guides or whatever different type of excursion that you do, they're contracted through Royal Caribbean.
Okay.
So they're
Okay.
going to make sure not only make sure that you get back safely, but most importantly too, they're gonna make sure you have a good time because they live off those reviews, and they want to make sure that your experience was second to none.
Okay.
I
Okay.
love it. I
Cause
love it. Jeff, I
Yeah.
got a question, bro. So honestly, uh, from 1 to 10, how would you rate this trip? Also, it's a two-part question.
Yeah.
Second part of the question is, what was the most memorable part of the trip for you and your wife?
Okay. Great question. Great question. From 1 to 10, I'm going to give it a 10. And
wow.
the reason I'm giving it a 10 was because
He don't give a tens
I
a lot.
I'm gonna give you because the experience was just I can't even put it into words how the experience was.
Mm-hmm.
The service was top notch.
Mm-hmm.
wow.
From our housekeeping to when we did our main dining, the waiters and everything, like they knew us by our first name. They made sure that whatever we needed, they took care of us. Like I have zero complaints when it comes to the service that
Mm-hmm.
Royal Caribbean provided. Like they made you feel like you were special.
Yeah.
Wow.
And they
Yeah.
make sure that you really enjoyed the experience. And the most memorable, I would say, for me was being in Haiti and seeing my wife just really just taking an awe and being super excited and being back home,
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
and just really enjoying it. Because again, she left when she was 5, and she was born in Port-au-Prince, and from Port-au-Prince to where Labadie is at, it's
Mm-hmm.
I want to say I think it's like a 7-hour drive. I think they said it is.
Yeah.
So it's because Labadie's like so for those who don't know, Labadie is like the northern part of Haiti, right?
Yeah.
So the northern part of Haiti, and Port-au-Prince is more central. So they're not, and Haiti's surrounded by a lot of mountains,
Okay.
right? Haiti actually stands for, they got the name Haiti from, or Haiti, the name Haiti came from the definition of the land of the mountains. So that's where that
Mm.
comes from. So it's like kind of a
Oh.
little
I never knew
history
that.
fact. Yeah, yeah. So if you ever go to Haiti, it's full of mountains, just like a lot of other islands as well, like Jamaica, Dominica is full of mountains as well, and so forth. But Haiti is very much known for for that part of it, like just surrounded by a lot of mountains.
Mm.
Ooh.
Understood. Understood. Man, it sounds like you make me feel like I was there. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
I love when people like something that Anthony had said. I remember when we were in Barbados at a point was like he was like, "Yo, I just love traveling, and I
Yeah.
love
Yeah.
traveling with people that I
Facts.
love." You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Hmm.
And because it's just the experiences are unmatched. You
It
know,
is.
it's like you should travel to our village, man. Like travel every chance you get,
Word.
every chance you get, 100%. But Jeff, I remember we were talking about this particular vacation that you went on and that you were coming from, and you told us you had a specific experience. Could you get into that?
Yeah, sure, definitely. As great as the vacation was, and it doesn't take away it from being a 10. There was one thing that I was a little disappointed on, and it made me kind of think because this wasn't the first time that I experienced this. Especially being on a cruise, because like I said, I've gone on multiple cruises before. This wasn't my first time. Was that there wasn't a lot of interaction when it came to our people. And when I mean our people, I'm talking about like black people. I'm talking
Niggas.
about us.
Talking about
You know what I'm
niggas.
saying? Yeah, yeah, yeah. And that part's a little disappointing. And I'm going to explain why and what I mean by that. Obviously, me and my wife, we didn't go into our cruise with the expectation that hey, we're gonna make new friends, we're gonna be mingling with anybody that we see that looks like us, talk like us, or anything like that at all.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously we're on vacation to enjoy each other and enjoy the
Facts.
experience, right?
Yeah.
But if anybody's been on a cruise, a lot of times you're going to meet different people. People conversate. People are going to ask you questions. Where are you from? This, that, and the third. And unfortunately, we didn't get that from any of our kind. We got that really mainly from people who were the opposite of us. You know what I'm saying?
Mm,
What I mean by that was like
That's interesting.
white people. Yeah, even this Brazilian couple, shout out to them, and they were super cool. And man, every time we saw them, man, they remember us by our first names, asked how we were doing. Man, it was just great. Like we connected really, really well. There was another couple that we met from, we was chilling in the hot tub during the day while we were sailing from the Bahamas to Jamaica. And there was another couple, they were from Minnesota. And listen, you know, the guy came and he started chatting with us. He was white. His wife, I think she might have been from, I want to say, had like an Australian accent, but I'm not 100% sure.
Okay.
But but she definitely had like an accent, and they were conversating with us like, "Hey, where you guys from? How's your cruise experience? Hey, did you know about this event that's going on?" Like they were giving us like insight on different things that we can do, different things we could check out. They were extremely cool. There was another couple where this is an older couple, like they were already retired. Matter of fact, they were on their second cruise. Like they just got off a cruise and jumped on that cruise that we were on. Like literally. So their whole thing was just touring like the world basically because they're retired. They're from Alabama, and they were super nice, super nice. They've been married for 52 years.
Woo!
Yeah, and they sat next to us, and we had our main dining.
That's gems right there.
Yeah, gems. I mean, of course, I had to ask. I was like, "So, what's the trick, right, to being married for 52 years?"
What he said? What he said? What he said?
He said, "Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am. Whatever you want to do."
I love it.
Yeah, he was super cool, man. And I mean, every time that we saw them, man, we just had like such a great time conversating with them. And they was just giving us wisdom. They were just, tell us different, because on a cruise ship there's also different restaurants that you can try out.
Mm-hmm.
And they'll tell which restaurants to try out as well. What comedy show, because they have comedy shows on the club. I mean, on the cruise ship. Which comedy club that we should check out as well.
Mm-hmm.
They were like, man, they were just amazing. They really, really were amazing. And of course, they were white as well. We did not get that experience with anybody who's really black, unfortunately. I mean, if they were older, and I mean maybe like 50s, 60s, 70s, if we walked past them, said hello, they'll say hello back, or they'll be smile. But anybody that was our age or younger, bro, it was like almost like, yo, why are you nodding at me for? Why are you saying hi? Like they almost like they didn't want to talk. And I was just like, yo, like it'll be one thing if everybody was like that on the cruise. But again, there are people who are going out their way that were white or maybe Hispanic, that went out their way to conversate with us and got to get to know us and even wanted to hang out with us. But we did not get the same thing when it came to our kind. And that's the part where I say was like a little disappointed. But again, it's not like we had the expectation of like, yo, we got to find, another black couple that we can chill with. We didn't go with that mindset. It would have been nice, what I'm saying? Obviously, you know what I mean? But again, it's not like we had the expectation of that. And so that's the part that kind of like it stood out a little bit. And again, that wasn't the first time this happened to me. On a cruise ship. I've seen that again, even with the last cruise that I went on like several years ago. It was very similar. It was a very similar experience. And it made me think, like, I wonder, like, maybe when it comes to us, we just want to just focus on who we're with. And that's it. We don't care to conversate with nobody, and it's not nobody's fault. It's not a knock on us. I don't take it that kind of way, to be quite honest, because everybody's on vacation for a reason. And there's no obligation to speak to me or my wife or anybody.
I wonder, but what do you feel, Jeff, from your experience, bro? Because you said you've been on a lot of cruises. Like, what do you feel like it is? Because you said, like, from our perspective, maybe like it's like way we focus on us and we do us this trip, or maybe I came to not be sociable, right? What do you feel like it is that makes other people from other cultures open up as opposed to ours?
That's a good question. I mean, I think, and again, I'm not saying that we're like this, because not all of us are like this, right? At all. I'm gonna paint it as a small group, small percentage of us, because I do believe, again, there are people who are older than us that if we walk past them, they will say hi, how's it going, right? And you know what I'm saying, and then they'll keep it pushing, may crack like a little joke, and then that's it. Right. I think is like one thing I've noticed, like with white people, right? At least the ones I've interacted with. So I never want to bunch all into one. At least the ones I've interacted with, they are looking to have a good time, but not only with themselves, they want to include other people. And I think maybe part of it again, I'm not white, so I don't know.
Ooh.
Maybe it's because like they're in a new environment
Yeah.
and they're seeing like, hey, like in this example, we're heading to these Caribbean islands that are predominantly black,
Yeah.
right? And maybe they want to get, speak to somebody who is black, you know what I'm saying, and kind of just maybe help prepare them, interact, whatever it is, or they're just looking to have a good time. It could be something as simple as like, hey, I'm sitting next to somebody, you know what I'm saying, who's also on vacation. I want to see how they're doing. It could just be as simple as that. Nothing too deep about it. Like I
Yeah.
just want to just have a good time and enjoy not only myself or the people I'm with, but other
Mhm.
people as well. So I could really expand, or not expand, but really make this experience something that I would never forget.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
also think like when you said from what you're saying from your perspective, when you said that white people love to have a great time, but we are reserved. And what came up to me is like we do that not just on cruise, we do that normally. And it's something that I think about. Like I myself, if I'm in an environment, I'm observing.
Mm.
I'm not gonna just be like, "Yo, no, I'm observing who's left, who's
Yeah.
right, and I'm just gonna stay with my people that
That's a
Yeah.
good
that that
observation, actually.
that I came
Right.
with.
Yeah.
But because like this is from my experience, white
Okay.
people are more open to
Uh-huh.
saying, "Hey, come through,"
Right.
because they don't. It's not from
Their
an
guard is down.
their guard
Their
is
guard
down,
is
and from an
emotional
emotion
down.
and from an emotional intelligent perspective,
Yeah.
they don't have to worry about other
Mhm.
people looking at them.
I will say this, and from my
That's a
perspective,
really good point, and
great point. And from my perspective, this is what I'll say because I'm not originally from the East Coast. I'm from the Midwest, so
Yes, sir.
I feel
Kansas
like
City in the
it's
building.
yeah, it's a. I feel like the different rules apply because when I
Facts.
got up here, I was like, oh, a lot of people just ain't speaking, you know.
Facts.
And it was black, it was white, it was
And people
Hispanic.
rude.
It was like people was in a
Definitely East
bubble
Coast
and
thing,
they was
especially in New
rude,
York.
you know. But the thing I will say about New York, and I'll give credit to everybody in New York, like if I ask somebody directions, they'll always give me an answer. And
It might be
like it
right.
can be wrong, it can be mad wrong, but they'll give you an answer.
Yeah.
I think this though, I know in my culture, in Midwestern Southern culture, my mom was like, always speak when you're spoken to, always say please and thank you. Like I was raised like that. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
always smile at people. I mean, you're a black man, and you know you don't want people to think immediately off the bat you're intimidating,
Yep.
Yeah.
especially in a job interview or something.
Yep.
Yes,
And
sir.
and Fred, you're gonna bring that same mentality
Right.
on the cruise.
Word.
Exactly. So get this. Me and my wife, we got to go to Hawaii this year, which we've been planning forever, and we were like so grateful to get alone. We thank God. Um,
You saw
when
any
we were
black
there,
saw any black people?
yeah, no, we definitely saw black people here and there. But here's the thing: it's like we were open. Like whenever
Yeah.
we were at a bar, whenever we were at a restaurant, we had that mentality like, yo, we are on vacation and we love being around people that have the energy that we had.
Yeah.
Mm,
You know, that's my mentality. I don't
facts.
care. Like it's like I'm always gonna treat people the way I want to be treated. You know, always. And so like we were speaking to white people, we were speaking to Hawaiians, we were speaking to
Mm-hmm.
Spanish people, we were speaking to black. We met a black couple when we touched down in Hawaii. You know what I'm saying? And they were awesome. And we took a Uber with them over to the our hotel. You know, and
That's what's up.
so yeah, bro. So I think you know what's crazy. I just like I'm thinking to myself. I'm like, is that a part of the region that you're from that you do that? Because it's like as I lived in New York, y'all, I became more like, okay, I know I gotta watch on the train, you know,
All
Facts.
the
because
time
I
on
or
the
got
yo,
I
bus.
I
gotta
gotta watch.
observe.
Yeah, like you
Mm-hmm.
were saying, Ant, I gotta observe people before
Yeah.
hold up before you know, I'm more observing
Yeah.
first and then engaging next.
And
I
remember,
think is
uh,
that you know what I think it is? I think, and Anthony, you alluded to this, and I think it's a combination of all these different things. I think it's your environment, how you grew up.
Facts.
Yeah.
I think it's like, us as Black people, we tend to be a lot more guarded, right?
We have
And
to.
white people tend to be, their guards tend to be a lot more down. They're more free, right?
Uh-huh.
And I think a lot of it has to contribute to experience. Like they don't go through what we go through or what we've gone through, right? But
Yeah.
us, we've gone through a lot. We always have to, like Anthony said, and I love how he gave that example. We always kind of watching our back, looking around, and making sure if somebody's saying something to us, we're thinking,
Mm-hmm.
what is their motive behind it? With white people, what it seems like that's not always the case for them, especially if on vacation or whatever. It's like, hey, they're carefree. They're the ones that will actually go out on their own in a foreign land
Yeah.
and like, yo, I want to and go wherever, no matter how dangerous that country may or may not be.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that is also like a factor of it, and obviously maybe the region as well. I know there was one couple. This was in Jamaica. We did like the bamboo raft, and at the end of the bamboo raft, it stopped at like this small little Jamaican restaurant, right? Where
Yeah.
you could get food. It's where we had like some jerk chicken and so forth, right? So ordered some food. They had a couple of benches, sat down, and my wife, she went to the bathroom. She's like, "Hey, I'll be right back. I'm going to use the bathroom." And there was this Black couple that actually was sitting next to us, right? And so I was like, "Oh, maybe this will be an opportunity, for me to talk to them, because I seen them. I saw them on the beginning of the excursion,
Mm-hmm.
and I saw them once around the cruise ship because, mind you, there's like thousands of people on this cruise ship, right? So you may see somebody once and never see them again, but then there are a few that you're gonna keep running into them for whatever reason.
Absolutely.
And so I was like, "Hey, man, how's it going, man? Where you guys from?" And just to make conversation, and I'll never forget it. And again, I didn't take it personal because it probably wasn't personal, right? But again, it just goes into like our defense mechanism goes up, or our guard is up rather. And the
Facts.
guy, he said he was from Columbus, Georgia, and I was like, "Oh, okay, cool, cool." He was like, "Yeah, my daughter lives in Kennesaw. She was in Atlanta. I go to Georgia pretty often." But I can tell he didn't really want to engage in conversation.
Mm.
And his girl, I think it's his girl. I'm not sure if it's his girlfriend or wife. She's like, she's originally from Connecticut. And I was like, "Oh, okay, cool, cool, cool." And she, at first you could tell she was kind of picking off of her partner's energy. So
Yeah.
she didn't want to talk too much. But then what she ended up doing, she was like, "You and your wife reminds me of somebody that I was in the military with. You guys look exactly alike."
Oh
And I was like,
wow.
"Oh, okay, cool." You know what I'm saying? I was like, "That's what's up." I was like, I always get taught to look like somebody. And then when we got on like the little shuttle bus with us to take us back to the cruise ship, she showed me a picture of who she was referring to. And I was like, "Okay, yeah, I can see that, light skinned brother, dark skinned woman. I can kind of see it." She was like, "Yeah, I see you guys around." And I was like,
Mm.
"All right, cool." And so she seemed like, at first you could tell her guard was a little up, but then after a while it was starting to come down.
Mm-hmm.
But the guy that she was with, he did not, you could tell he did not want to have any type of conversation at all.
Now,
Yeah.
now,
Like he was,
was he giving you the side? Was he giving her the side eye? Like, yo, why you talking to? Like, why you talking
I,
to him
I,
too?
I
You
don't want to say
talking
he
to him like
was.
too much?
Yeah, I don't want to say he was. I didn't pay that deep into
Okay,
like
okay,
his
okay,
facial
okay, okay.
expressions, but I could just tell by his energy that either A, he's just not he's not a social butterfly or somebody who just talks to people,
Mm-hmm.
or it could be B, he's just,
You
why
know
why
what,
is this nigga
Jeff?
talking why is this nigga talking to me? You know what I'm saying? And
Jeff, I think you need to go on the Caribbean cruise where you got mad young people wilding out.
nah, I ain't doing carnival. I'm not doing carnival. I am not. Nothing against carnival. Nah, I'm good.
Yeah.
I am
Jeff said,
good.
"My life is not my own."
Listen, I'm not going to no spring break type of cruise. Not at this age. Maybe when I
No,
was in my
definitely.
20s, most
Everybody's
definitely. But
friendly. Wink, wink.
girls gone wild. You know what I'm saying? That nah, son.
That's the last thing you need to end up on
Yeah,
a
yeah,
tape.
yeah,
What's
yeah,
that
yeah,
thing
yeah,
you
yeah.
that what's that thing you was eating in Bahamas?
Oh, kung
Come,
fritters.
Come on.
come
Yo,
Oh yeah.
fritter.
Yo,
They're gonna try.
food.
They're gonna try. They're gonna be like, you want some cum? I'll be like, whoa.
they
They might
like
say something else. The other two.
they're gonna be like, "Hi, Jeff. I know you want conversation."
Listen, man.
No, you know
But
what? I was gonna say that it's interesting, but you know what I'm thinking of, fellas? The thing that we are like really that I'm really looking at is that you're on vacation though. Like, why do we need to put our guard up on vacation?
sometimes we can't get out of our
We
environment,
can't
man.
get out of
It's
that
that
environment.
mindset.
Yeah,
That mindset that we
it's
have, we can't shake it.
ooh,
Yeah.
I would consider this environmental trauma.
Wow.
And
Yeah.
it's where it's like it's like a child, it's a child literally, like, say for example, I've had this experience and I talk about this. It was a
Right.
child that just came from war, like a child that literally came from war.
Uh-huh.
I think it was in Iraq.
Yeah.
And he just transitioned. So every time the bell rang,
Mhm.
he would go underneath the desk.
Oh God.
It was not until somebody that was from Iraq
Yeah.
realized the problem that was happening.
Yeah.
And we would tell him, like, everything's okay.
Yeah.
He would say, "No, son, like, they're about to attack me." Who's about to attack you?
Mhm.
And he would literally think, because he still thinks he's in that environment.
Oh wow.
So we have this we have these unconscious protective state, and that is why I'm always saying, like, be aware of who you are,
Mhm.
like who you are on vacation. Let down your guard. No
Mhm.
one is looking at you, and like be happy that you are on an amazing cruise.
Right.
Yeah.
But we can't get out of our head. And I think it's old, and like I said, I think it's environmental trauma.
And it also could be too. A lot of times, like if this was like the first time
Oh yeah.
on a cruise on a vacation,
You might
you
be
don't.
scared.
You may not really know how to let that go, and then like again, nobody's obligated to talk to anybody when they're on vacation.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm
Facts.
saying? At all.
Facts.
It's not disrespectful. I don't want anybody to take any kind of way, and I definitely don't want to paint a picture, make it seem like all black people are antisocial because we're not. You know what I'm
Facts.
saying?
Definitely not.
At all. Nobody's obligated to do anything but enjoy themselves and the people they're with, obviously on vacation. But I think like sometimes too, if you've never traveled before,
Mhm.
you may be a little bit guarded because you're not used to that experience in that environment. But if
Facts.
you've gone on, this is like your third or fourth cruise, or just your third or fourth vacation where you're amongst around a lot of people,
Yeah.
it may be different because you're seeing like everybody's just there to have a good time. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Nobody's trying to like rob you. Nobody's trying to like do anything negative to you that you may have a false perception of.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody just kind of wants to just have like a good time and meet new people and experience a new country and potentially make long-term friends. I know people who
Absolutely.
have actually.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna give an example. Matter of fact, actually, Saint Martin is one of my favorite countries or islands to travel to. Right,
Mhm.
Saint Martin's in the islands, and I've been to Saint Martin. I think maybe about 4 or 5 times now. And I have a cousin who lives in Saint Martin, but I also have a good friend. His name is Jeff as well, who lives in Saint Martin. Ask me where I met Jeff at.
On a
Where
cruise.
you meet him at?
In St. Martin. He
Oh,
lived in St. Martin.
nice.
He worked at a hotel that I was staying at in St. Martin, and we became like instant friends to this day. And
Oh
anytime I go out
wow.
there, so we link up. He'll take me, what I'm saying, to like different clubs where to go.
Yeah.
Like we be super cool, super super. We've been cool for like, at least. Shout out to Jeff for at least maybe 8 9 years now.
You
And so I say
I
that to
love that.
say that yeah, like really cool dude. Like when we just started interacting. I checked in, we're just interacting, and he's like, and he's Haitian too. There's a lot of Haitians who live in St. Martin, and so that was just another connecting factor. And we just started vibing. And he
yo,
was like, "Yo, listen, whatever you need, let me know." We exchanged contact information, and then like from that point on, anytime that I've gone to St. Martin, he's picked me up from the airport. Like I said, he's taken me to different spots to eat, along with my cousin as well. We've connected. And so
yeah.
this is somebody who lives in a different island, different country, right? And we meet, we connect, and we instantly became super cool, man.
Yeah.
And it's
I
like
love that.
nothing but love.
I love
You,
that.
that reminded me of a story, or not a story, but a person in Barbados, and Fred would know this person. His name was K Mar.
Oh
Let's
yeah.
Yo, Kmart made Barbados so great.
Yeah.
Yo, he would take us. He would take us to the what do you call it, the beach, and it's like, and it was just his character
getting lit.
And yo, and yes, getting lit, but I mean, he made you feel like you his cousin,
Absolutely.
and it was just like, yo, it would be 1 o'clock in the morning. It's like, yo, Anthony, you good? All right, man. You want anything? All right, man.
Yeah.
Yo, and it was just a bundle of joy.
Absolutely.
But one thing I definitely said, his character. And when you were talking about the guy in St. Kitts, his character.
St. Martin.
St. Martin, his character.
Yeah.
So it's like when we, like my mom, my grandmother always said, the one thing you bring anywhere in the world
is your character.
Is your character.
Yeah. I believe that too, man. It's like you will meet key people for the reason, like I tell Sabina this all the time, that I don't believe in coincidence, right?
Facts.
Because I believe what is supposed to happen is supposed to happen, and God aligned it that way, right?
Word.
And so, like, when we, like, in Hawaii, we got to meet so many dope people, and I was just like, I love this island. I love the way the people are and how family oriented they are, bro, and how, like, a lot of the people, the Hawaiian people, they remind me of my family. Like members, you know, and I'm thinking to myself, I was like, man, this is just so amazing, and I have so much peace, you know.
All right, so I gotta ask a question. So we all went to, like, say for example, Jamaica. Let's just do Jamaica.
It gotta be Jamaica.
Who are you?
Because it's you.
What type of person are you when you go on a vacation?
For me, when I'm on vacation, man, I just want to relax and have a good time.
Wait, we're not jumping in no beach? We not jumping on something?
Whoa.
Somebody got to throw a pause out.
Hey, yo.
Pause for the call.
Whoa. And I don't know what type of vacation that you talking about.
Anthony trying to get wild. That's it. He trying to get buck wild.
Listen,
why you not relaxed, Jeff? Let's go.
But that is me. That's me. Like, I'm not wilding out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't really do beach water. I really don't. I'm not a big
understood.
Yeah. I'll chill on the beach, but you're not gonna see me like be on the beach and like swim and stuff like that. That's really never been my thing, to be quite honest with you.
Yeah.
For me, the perfect thing for me is just to chill on the beach. You know what I'm saying, and just like sipping on a nice pina colada or rum punch or whatever type of drink that it is. If there's Henny, you know, definitely in the building with that. With some Grand Marnier and just relax. Like, to me, that's a good time, and also going to maybe like a good club. That's probably when the only time I make party. You know what I'm saying? Something like that. And that's really it. Like, that's all I really need. I'm not really the wilding out type. You know what I'm saying? Like Anthony, belly flopping. You know what I'm saying?
Wild out.
Yeah, that's not me.
Oh, me before I get.
That's not me. I heard some stories about you, bro. I heard some stories. But I'll leave it like that. I will leave it like that. But Anthony knows how to have a good time. He knows how to enjoy himself.
I'll tell you this. For me,
Fred, talk.
Straight up and down, I'm trying to do everything that I don't do while I'm at home. Like, except for like drugs and all of that crazy stuff.
And strippers.
I'm not doing drugs, but I'm just like, I'm trying to take advantage of the events. I'm trying to be I'm trying to be in the water. I'm trying to be with my wife and do some things. I'm trying to, like, I'm out here, like Jeff said, like at a club. Yeah, I'm trying to be at like a dope spot with some great vibes and dancing and great people. Like, I love serendipity, like how the night can just go places where you didn't ever expect, and you have an amazing time with amazing people. That's where I'm
good
at.
vibe.
Good vibe. So I'm in one word, it's just, well, 2 words, good vibes. I'm good vibes on vacation.
So if my belly's not out, or we
I told you, man. Belly out.
Literally, belly out. Making sure we have belly a good time.
Yeah.
I want everybody to have an itinerary. Yes. Like, I literally want to have an experience. But
I understood.
one thing I really learned about myself going to different places,
Mhm.
I kind of hate going to hotels. I like going to the local places where it's like
Understood.
I I want to get to know the culture. I
Good.
may never come back here again. Except for
Mhm.
Jamaica. I'm definitely going back to Jamaica. But if I'm going somewhere, I love going to Airbnb.
Yeah.
Our friend George, he introduced me to all inclusive, so I do like my all inclusive as well.
Yeah.
But I truly like
That's
to
way travel.
do, yeah, I truly like to go to with the locals,
Yeah.
have conversation,
Yeah.
interact with them,
I understand that.
because like I said, I may never see them again.
Yo,
I
and
and I
you,
always make sure if you are listening to I need a person that's in the middle of the class to come to
yeah.
front. I need you to make sure if you are going to these local areas, please give tips. One thing I hate with a passion is where foreigners go to these local areas and don't tip.
Yeah.
Like those tips means a lot to them.
Indeed,
Um,
that's all about the tips. Pause.
yeah, so but so local belly out and having a great time with good people.
And I was gonna say what I learned about myself is like, uh, I like
And
doing the
having a
thing
good
with
time
the
with my
low.
wife,
I,
definitely.
I like doing the thing with the locals in certain places within reason, of course, with safety.
Yeah,
And
Mhm.
facts.
but with hotels, like me and wifey, we was talking about this. We was like, yo, with hotels, you could be as messy as you want. You could do like because you don't have to clean it up. You don't have to clean up after yourself. We don't like to worry about like making a bed or
There are some personal
Yeah,
hotels. I would
like
say that.
yeah,
yeah, because like Airbnb, you got to worry about damages. I mean, of course, hotels too, incidentals, but with damages, you got to make beds. You got to do. I mean, you can leave stuff at the
Yeah.
end of the day, but you got to think
yeah,
about it like you coming back into an environment. I love that service that hotels give. Like
yeah,
you come back to made beds,
yeah.
fresh smelling, new toilet
Facts,
paper towels,
facts.
everything that you need, things stocked back. Like I love that. So I'm like in between in that
I
area,
know.
Yeah, me
bro.
too,
It's
man.
so
Like,
So,
but the locals experience
so
you
friend, what
cannot
I
replace
try
that.
to do if me and my friends,
Yeah,
if I'm with my wife is hotel all day. But if
yeah,
I'm just by myself and it's like a 5 day,
local.
it's local first and then hotel.
I understood,
So it's
understood.
like half and a half that I try to do.
Yeah. So I another thing I wanted to ask, I wanted to speak on was like I love what Jeff addressed. He saw something right that was happening while he was on vacation. And,
Mm,
and he addressed it because it's one of those things. It's like this is a time to relax. Why do we feel that need? Because
mm,
maybe things from our lives or our environments have taught us to be uptight. Maybe
yeah.
those things have taught us to be on guard when you don't
unfortunately.
need to be. Especially, the messed up part, Anthony. You can go to where your family from, Jamaica. Jeff, you could go to where your family from is in Haiti. You know what I'm saying? And you still and it's like, but you still kind of feel some people still feel the need to look over their shoulder or to do
Yeah.
those things, but you're at home.
You know what it is? Some people don't know how to. They don't know how to unplug. They don't know. Some people just don't know how to relax. I've seen some
That
people
what I
on the
was trying to get
cruise.
to. That's
Yeah,
what I was trying to get to.
I've seen
Yeah.
some people on the cruise where though, and this was like a 7 day, 6 night cruise, and there were some people you could tell like outside when they were taking pictures, pictures for the gram,
Hmm.
they were you could tell like their body language, they were uptight. Like they didn't know
Bro.
how to relax. Like, you know what I'm saying? To just let me just enjoy the moment. And
Ooh.
again, it could be because of
You don't
it's the
know.
cruise could be if it's the first time on a cruise, it could be on one.
Oh,
Because
yo,
there is so much that is going on.
That's good.
If I'm gonna compare it to like staying at a resort, I've stayed at a resort before. I've stayed in at one point, um in my previous marriage, we used to own we owned two timeshares.
oh, nice.
One in the Bahamas in Atlantis actually, and then the other one was in St. Martin. That's how I was able to go to St. Martin pretty often because
Hmm.
of that. And you St. Martin is a island where you could kind of go out on your own, so it's easy to mingle with the locals and stuff like that. But
Hmm.
one advantage I had a cousin, I have a cousin who lives there, and also I met a friend out there, Jeff. Um, the difference between staying in, like, let's say timeshare, which is it's still connected to the hotel.
Yeah.
I've stayed where it's kind of like an Airbnb, and I've also stayed in a resort.
Mhm.
I will say this: when it comes to hanging out or meeting people, when I really think about it, the resort is a little different. Where it's like I do see some of us maybe interacting a little bit more, versus when, like I said, when I was on the cruise, people did not know how to relax, and I think because possibly that there's so much that's going on, and it's a combination of experience, being uptight, guard is up, and it's like you just don't really know. And when you're seeing other people that looks like you, and you're almost like you don't want to say hi, you just want to
Mhm.
kind of keep it pushing, or if somebody say you don't know how to respond back because again, you don't know what that person's agenda is,
Right.
Yeah.
potentially. But again, like you're thinking
100%.
too much. Where really on a cruise is just relax.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why
Yeah.
you're on a
And
vacation for.
what we need to do, and what I'm thinking of, normalize relaxing. Like
Mm.
how Jeff is saying, like if you go somewhere, just relax.
Yeah. No.
Like
Mhm.
Yeah.
even if you home right now, just relax. Like for example, I've learned that I don't know how to relax. That's number one.
Mhm.
So I'm saying things that I'm trying to learn how to do right now.
Right.
Because I'll be home and I will feel lazy if I'm not doing anything.
Yeah.
And so I have to figure out what does that look like for me when I'm relaxing.
I
So
think. Yeah. That's
when I
good.
go into
Good
a
point.
different environment,
Mhm.
like a cruise, like a vacation, I don't gotta be like, what are we doing now? What are we doing now? Because I remember when I went to me and my wife were two different people. My wife is more relaxed. My wife is more of like when I get up, I get up. I'm more of like it's 8 o'clock a.m. Let's hit the breakfast right now, or they're about to do yoga. Let's do yoga right now. But we're two different people.
You want to
Mhm.
take advantage of what's going on, and versus
Exactly.
you just want to
That's
go with the
understood.
flow.
Yeah.
So we had to learn how to,
But
in
that's
a
a good balance,
relationship.
though. That's a
That's
good
a good
balance, though.
balance, but we had to learn how to coexist on a vacation. But it also back into our when we're home, we
Yeah.
also got to learn how to coexist in our
Absolutely.
environment. So
Yeah.
it's a more of let's normalize relaxing.
I think Anthony, you made an amazing point because I feel like me and Sabina are the same way. Like I'm more of a morning person. She's more of a night person, right?
Hmm.
So it's more of a thing of like we got to find a way to meet in the middle. Like, but when we want to do an activity or an event or something like that, we focus in on it because it's we want the adventure
Hmm.
on vacation. We want that adventure aspect. So we did a tour uh uh in Hawaii, and at first we was like, dang, we gotta wake up at what time? We gotta do this. And bruh, when I tell you that was the
It was
best tour we've
yep,
ever been on
yep,
in our lives. We got to do everything.
and
We
more
got
to
to see
come.
all of Hawaii. Something I didn't get to tell y'all. The volcano that we got to actually go see after they said after 40 years of being non-active, it erupted. It didn't like damage any houses or anything around it. They said it erupted though.
Oh wow,
Mm,
That's
that's
crazy. And me and
powerful.
Sabina got to see it before all of that. So
wow.
I was just like, wow, we got to be a part of it. We got to take pictures. We got to be, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was wow, like, wow, like it, like you said, Anthony, it's about meeting in the middle, and finding that balance and normalize relaxing. We got to tell, because when I get somewhere, my first day of the trip, I'm like thinking about all these things. Oh, we got
Oh
to
my
unpack.
god.
We got to
Yeah.
unpack. Oh, we got to make sure this event is popping tomorrow. Oh, what we gonna eat today? Do we got to go take a taxi? How much is Uber's here? What's the exchange rate? You know what I'm saying?
See,
You're thinking about everything, bro.
that's
Yeah,
why I have my
yeah, yeah, yeah.
itinerary.
Yeah.
Yeah, me and Jordan, we're the same way. I'm a little bit more like we got to be on schedule somewhat. Not fully to the
See,
T.
I can go with you.
But Joanna's more the one. Like she's like Janelle. She's like Sabrina's like get up when we get up.
Mhm.
Just kind of go with the flow. That's probably why they're all three of them are always late for everything.
Facts.
Um, um,
Jesus Christ, that's a different
Jesus
podcast.
Christ.
because even on the crew, I'm like, yo, why are we on vacation and we're still going to be late? Like they're not the excursion's not going to wait for us. We got to be there at a certain time, and it's like
Um,
she's like, but the more you say we got to be on time, the more pressure put on, the more it makes me move slow. I'm like, so
what?
I'm like, So
Yeah.
so you're running behind schedule, and so your train of thought is to move slower when you're already
Yeah.
behind schedule versus moving.
It's like, make it make sense.
Yeah, so
She said,
that
I'm
was
on West Coast time.
yeah. So we had a few disagreements with it pertain to that. Cause I'm like, yo, we pay for these things, man. So let's at least be there on time, man.
That is too
But that's a
funny.
different. But yeah, but she's more of like kind of go with the flow, and I am also too. But when it does come to certain things, like I do like I don't say I like a schedule, but I like to have an idea what's going on, so I know what options that we have, and if we need to be somewhere, I like to know what time we need to be there, so we're just there on time, so we don't miss out.
Understood.
That's understood.
Understood. Because even on vacation, like you want to take advantage of like for me, I'm a huge fan of breakfast. You know that all day, every day.
Right.
Yeah.
So if they got a free complimentary breakfast, I'm definitely trying to take advantage all day, every day. If you don't want to get up, that's on you. You know what I'm saying? I love you. I'll bring your
Every man for themselves.
Yeah, I'll bring your
Listen, man.
muffin back, But as for me and mine, I'm going to buffet, But and it's important. It's definitely an important part of. I think it's great to know though who we are on vacation.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
You know who you are. If you like Jeff, I love what Jeff said, and that he pointed out is like some people on the ship, it may have been their first time, so maybe they were trying to figure things out, or maybe it was a thing of like some people may get seasick, so maybe they're trying to just focus on not being seasick.
That's true too.
There's a lot of different things.
The only person that I do not like on the trip is a person that doesn't want to do anything.
Or
Like, why you come on the trip?
I want to add to that. I want to add to that. Or the person that want to do the same thing that they would have did if they was home. Nigga, why you come?
And for me, it's like I don't care about both because I'm gonna do me regardless.
Oh my god!
What if you want to do nothing or anything? Listen, I'm gonna do what I want to do.
Yeah.
Whether you in it or not, it doesn't matter to me, man.
Jeff said you can stay in here and eat them Doritos on the couch.
You saw you saw the group chat. We were gonna do some itineraries on this date, and now you want to do it? Come on.
Now I'm like, okay, peace out.
I'm not inviting that person again.
Anthony said we had told you we was gonna go rock climbing. Now it's the issue.
Yeah. See, Anthony wants to do everything with as a family. And me, I don't really care. It's whatever.
I want to do everything as a family.
Yeah. For me, I'm like, if we have stuff planned, then we going with it. But if everybody want to do what everybody want to do, okay.
All I know, I just can't wait to do a top shelf podcast on Jamaica, St. Kitts, all the islands. I can't wait, bro.
That'll be fire.
Anthony will have his shirt off if we.
Oh, definitely, bro. And we recording it.
Anthony, so first and foremost,
you know what's crazy? Like, so I know some of you guys may know how we all look. Some of you guys may not know how we look, right? So Anthony, he has no shame having a shirt. Anthony will be on FaceTime with my wife and his wife. His shirt be off. Like one time, this was a couple of weeks ago, man.
But he's honest. He's honest.
I mean,
my wife and his wife, they're really close friends, right? So they talk all the time, right? And so Anthony's, sometimes he's there too, so he'll join the conversation. So they were talking about whatever they were talking. I don't remember what it was. So my wife calls me over, right? And I see Anthony laying on the bed with his shirt off, talking to my wife. His wife's next to it. I'm like, bro, I'm not talking to you on FaceTime with your shirt off laying on the bed.
You definitely said that.
Did I not say that, bro? And
I understand. I get it.
I walked over.
I felt like at one time he closed his eyes. I'm like, bro, why you? It's just titties, bro.
He don't want nothing to do with that.
I only want to see my white titties, okay?
He only got one pair of tits to be worried about.
Let's just get that clear. But I say Anthony has no shame, right? And for me, like I'm pretty physically fit. For the most part, I am starting to get a little belly, but it's all good. But I'm pretty fit, and I'm the type I don't like having my shirt off at all. So even when we were like in Haiti and we was like on the beach,
I was like, why you got your shirt off, bro?
Yeah, I have my white beater on because I don't know what it is. It's like you would think like it would be the opposite. Somebody maybe, and I'm not saying Anthony's fat. He's not, right?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
No, I'm definitely fat, but
What I'm saying is
You
this:
big
like
bone.
you would think with somebody Anthony who does have a belly and things like that, right?
Right.
Where he may be like a little bit more subconscious on how he looks without clothes. Anthony's the opposite. He has zero cares in the world. And me,
Bro.
I ain't
whereas
mad.
some like, oh, he's in shape, you know what I'm saying? He got muscles or whatever the case may be. You would think like somebody like me, especially being light skinned, because that's the perception that I probably want to show
Yeah.
myself that I'm and I'm the total opposite.
That's a light skin for me.
You know
what
what's
I mean?
funny, Jeff? Joey
Son,
was like, Joey
don't-
said you went to go jump in the you went to. She's like, you went near the beach. She said you took off your wife beater and had a Nike tech on.
Yo,
Son,
it's crazy.
I'm just letting y'all know, when I lose this weight, it's gonna be a wrap next summer.
Anthony walk around the Speedo.
That's it. That's it. And I ain't gonna be able to be around her.
A lime green Speedo.
All right. So side note. All right. I'm gonna tell you the real reason why I'm like very I love doing that, because there's a time before that I used to hate my skin. I used to hate the color of my skin, and because of therapy, and this is also the reason why I'm always like self-care is the best care, because I begin to love the person I am. And also I realized, like, regardless of like just being a black man and just being who we are as individuals, we don't. It's more of a what's that called? I forgot the word I want to look for. It's like an empowerment to love yourself.
Yeah.
So it's like even if I'm a fat guy, I want to love myself. Even if you're a skinny person and you got eczema, I want you to love yourself. Even if you albino, I want you to love yourself. So that's how important it is for me.
I love that, man.
So
Yeah.
I love it. And as much as I crack on Anthony about it, it's like that's something I do love about it. Like Anthony is the type
no problem.
of
Jeff
person
Jeff wants a belly. That's all you gotta tell me.
Nah,
I can give you my belly.
Nah, I do not want your belly. I promise I don't want that at all. No
Jeff,
way.
you want reverse liposuction?
Factosuction? Hell no, man. Nah. But one thing with Anthony is
a good time.
Anthony has no shame, but it's because he loves himself and he loves having a good time, man.
Yeah.
That's important.
And that's something that I do admire about Anthony.
Thank you, King.
Of that, man.
Yeah,
Most
I think.
Just don't be FaceTime my wife with the shirt on, bro.
I tried not to.
or me. I would FaceTime me with your shirt off, laying on the bed. You know what I'm saying?
If my camera is off and we on Zoom, it's because I have my shirt off.
And there's been a couple of times.
And guess what, guys?
Be off, and then no shirt on by accident. You see, no shirt. Oh, yeah, like, yo, bro, what you doing, man?
Anthony,
at this moment,
I'm like, this guy right here, man.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. At this moment, my shirt is off.
Anthony, come on, bro. You in the crib scaring everybody out.
Wait, your shirt's not off, pause.
Bruh, no.
Bro, what kind of podcast you think this is, man? So we all gonna go showed up together having a conversation.
You think this
randomly
without church podcast?
Randomly? Yo, this guy.
Oh my god!
This just took a turn.
It really did.
No, you know what it is.
How afraid are you?
I was just like,
Anthony, if we go on vacation together, we are not sleeping in the same room.
Anthony,
oh my god,
bro.
This is
a good one.
Yes, sir. I told me to bring the energy.
Let me tell you. I think the biggest thing I got from this conversation, fellas, was like, yo, like, it's okay to relax.
Facts.
There you go.
Okay to relax.
Shirt on, shirt off. Just relax.
Yeah, because and I think it's important to tell yourself that too. It's like it's okay for me to just unwind and unplug. It's so crazy. Before my parents-in-law, my father-in-law, my mother-in-law, before they went on their cruise, shout out to my Papa Yeye, Mama Yeye.
Yeah, we were getting off and they were getting on.
Yeah.
Oh, beautiful.
I told Dad.
Did you see that?
No.
Don't read those
cruise ships.
I told Dad, don't read no scriptures. Don't look in no Bible. He left his Bible here. And I was like, I'm proud of you. Like, enjoy yourself, Mom. Enjoy your wife.
And that's their first vacation, too. That's their first vacation.
Exactly.
No, first vacation. Marriage is first vacation.
No, first vacation, period.
No. I just want to make sure I'm clear. First vacation in the last 30 years?
No, first vacation period. They've
Because they
never gone
go
on vacation.
when they go places, they go for like conferences and stuff like that,
Oh,
like church conferences.
They've never gone on
wow.
vacation where they're just unplugging. Because those conferences are not really vacations. You're
Ooh,
still doing some type of work, or you're there
Yes,
for a different reason besides
that's
just relaxing. So that's
crazy.
why it's important, and I'm
yes,
glad that
Oh
shout out
my
to Papa and Mama Yeye that they are officially on vacation and they're enjoying themselves. And
yeah.
listen, even God unplugged. You know
That's
what I'm
it.
Mm.
saying? Even
That's
God
what it's
unplugged
about.
after He
I just
created
want.
the moon and the stars
Ooh.
and the animal and the planets and
It's
all that
7 day
stuff.
I rest.
Listen, He said, "Okay, this is good," and He's like, seventh day, I'm resting,
Oh my gosh.
and He rests. So if God can rest, you're not God, so you could definitely rest.
Exactly.
Just
That
Take
saying.
take time from everything.
that was good. Wow, I did not know that.
So to our village, man. Remember, I want to say Anthony's slogan. Of course, self care is the best care. It's okay to relax, and if you are in particularly melanated, like open up. Definitely open up while you're on
Melanated.
vacation, because it'll
Facts.
be an experience. Because God may be wanting you to talk to somebody.
Facts.
He may be wanting you to share something. He may be wanting somebody to enhance your experience. They could be part of the puzzle to your experience and open something up and make it even better. You know,
That's
I
a
was like,
fact.
if I wouldn't have opened up, if me and wifey wouldn't have opened up on in Hawaii to our tour guide, yo, we like he gave us so many tips about the island and everything. We found out so much stuff from him. If we wouldn't have opened up to the married couple at Pearl Harbor, like the white married couple at Pearl Harbor, they told us so much stuff about Hawaii. Like I'm telling you, it enhanced the experience.
It really
Facts.
does.
I'm telling you. And with that being said, like this has been a great conversation, man.
Facts.
It really has,
Another.
man. It really, really has, man. Listen,
So let me ask
everybody.
this: what's your next destination out of the country?
I mean, we already booked a cruise already for next year.
Ooh,
We haven't confirmed where or what because what they did was like a lot of times towards the end of the cruise they'll offer you these different deals and specials if you book your next cruise on your next cruise, your next destination. They'll give you like you just put like a deposit down, as simple as that, and they gives you like 2 to 3 months
yeah.
window to choose where and when that you want to go. So that's what we did. And so, 2023, we'll be doing another cruise. Our goal is to actually do a full family of friends cruise because I want my family,
Ooh.
my
Oh, that'd
parents
be.
especially my parents, because they,
Yeah.
just like my papa, they've never been on a vacation together.
Same.
We've
That'd
been
be
trying.
fire.
We've been trying. Me and my brothers and sisters have been trying to get them go on vacation, to go on a cruise, especially.
Your
And
mama's a.
I feel
Yeah.
like go on the cruise. If it's gonna be your first time, go with somebody that has gone on the cruise before, because again, it can be a little overwhelming in the beginning. But what I would love, our goal is to have like a family friends cruise. So it'll be
Yeah.
mama and papa, my parents, my brothers, sisters, and friends obviously as well. So the Thompsons, the Birds, whoever, we just have like a big great time, man, and just enjoy it. And if not, it'll just be me and wifey, and that's it. So
Facts.
either one way or
Facts.
another, we out there. We
I
are
love
out
it.
All I know, I might be going to Africa in December of next year.
Oh, I love that, Anthony.
So
I love that.
if I could go to Africa next year, I'd be like, oh,
I don't
that'd be so dope.
I don't know when, but my destination is one of like that has been on my mind and what I've been wanting to do for a long time, with me and Sabina, and that is to go to DR to meet my brother-in-law.
Yeah.
Oh, nice, nice.
And like I've never been to DR either, and like I just want to do that, and I definitely want to meet June for the first time. So
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah, that would be
so
definitely
so
beautiful.
I'm down with that, and and then Dad was talking about Papa Yeye was talking about he want to go to Puerto Rico and
Okay.
everything.
Puerto Rico's
I
nice.
said what?
He live his best life. Oh no, no. But
Exactly. I was
before
like,
we go, Puerto Rico is the most beautiful place I've
it
ever
is,
been to, bro.
Puerto,
it
Puerto,
is.
Puerto
I
Rico's
love Puerto
definitely
Rico.
beautiful.
I low key told you now, like in our 10th year or 5th year, I would definitely want to do like a our like honeymoon there, bro.
Yeah.
Like that's something that I would definitely want to do because Puerto Rico is so beautiful,
It
and
is.
the people. Oh my
Bruh.
god!
And the food,
Ooh,
Jeez.
child.
Let me tell you, that coffee
Ooh.
too. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, Puerto Rico's dope. I've been to Ocean
Oh,
once.
the coffee.
It was amazing. I had a great time there.
Yeah, man. Well, and look, I don't know where y'all going, Village, but make sure y'all book y'all tour out in advance. Like Anthony said, it's not expensive. It's all about
not.
just the planning.
It's just about planning, bro.
That's all it is, man. Just plan.
And make sure
And
if your credit score is up, credit score is good, put it on a firm.
Yeah, look, they got all types of ways that you can definitely pay.
Yo,
I would say just take it.
Yeah, you could don't think about going somewhere tomorrow. Think about going somewhere in April. Like when I used to with Janelle and I, we used to plan out things like a year in advance.
Best way to do it.
And we go every quarter.
That's good. That's really good. I hear you on that, Anthony. Like, yo, just go on vacation. Go.
Facts.
To our village, go. We hope y'all enjoyed this conversation.
Please.
I know we did.
Well, definitely we did.
And Anthony put a shirt on.
Don't only go on vacation to get a BBL. Right?
I heard Anthony about to do a OnlyFans.
Hey, you get a Brazilian butt lift, bro?
Shh, don't tell nobody, please.
Yeah, you see Anthony come out with a flat stomach with a big booty.
And I still have my shirt off.
That's it. Hey, chill out, Ed. You got students.
Until next time. Speedos all day.
Well, I love it.